We are tracking multiple severe weather warnings taking place this evening as a moderate risk for severe weather continues to unfold across much of the Mid-South up into the upper Midwest and even back here into portions of Oklahoma and Texas. So we've got a lot of weather that we'll be covering this evening. So we're going to get right into it. I am Meteorologist Joseph Pisani. Great to have you guys here on the live stream this evening. We've got numerous tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings that we want to talk about. So let's kind of jump right in. We're going to start right here, right now, across portions of Tennessee. And we have this monster of a storm here near Morrison and McMinnville, southeast of Centertown, Tennessee. This is a tornado warning, radar indicated rotation. This storm is carrying also about 1.5 inch hail core on it. This is until 8 o'clock Central Time. This is for southeastern DeKalb County, Warren County, northeastern Coffee County, southwestern White County, and southeastern Cannon County, all in Middle Tennessee, until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This storm, we have seen a very well-defined hook on it. Let's look at the velocities on this. And yeah, absolutely, we can clearly see our rotation right in here on this storm as it is moving off to the east-southeast. So this is going to be passing here north of Beersheba Springs, eventually probably toward the Dunlap area, Pikeville, Dayton, Tennessee, eventually kind of over in this general area. And then here behind it, we have another tornado warning storm that we can see as well on this. This is just south of Wartrace. This is pretty much headed right for the Manchester area, north of Normandy and Tullahoma here in southeastern Tennessee. Again, this is a radar indicated tornado warning as well. This includes southeastern Rutherford County, southwestern Warren County, Coffee County, northeastern Bedford County, and southwestern Cannon County, all in Middle Tennessee. That's going till 8:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So regardless, these storms are also not just the tornado threat, but we have the large hail threat and the damaging wind threat out ahead of this storm, likely having some damaging winds here about to be approaching Beersheba Springs and Altamont on this storm. We have another tornado warning here across northern Alabama here. Let me flip radars. This now is coming here. This is just north of Rogersville, Alabama. Let's take a look at the velocities on this. Yeah, starting to see a little bit of rotation there, kind of just on the western side of Rogersville here with this particular storm. And this tornado warning, also radar indicated. This is for northwestern Limestone, northeastern Lauderdale County there in northwest Alabama, and associated severe thunderstorm with that as well. Have to keep an eye on this storm here to the north. Wouldn't be surprised to see them put a tornado warning out on this storm possibly as well. So a lot of activity kind of firing up here. New tornado warning now, just now coming out for southeastern Overton County, north central Cumberland County, east central Putnam County, and southwestern Fentress County here in Middle Tennessee. This goes until 8:15. This is radar indicated rotation. Let's take a look at the velocities here on this. And yeah, we're starting to see definitely just here on the northern side of Monterey, kind of in this area. Seeing really two different areas of rotation with this, one on the northern side and one here on the southern side. This is moving here off to the east. This is north of Pleasant Hill, really just coming right through the Monterey area right now. So if you're in Monterey, be seeking shelter in your safe place at this time. If you're over here in Sunbright, Tennessee, be mindful of this storm here off to your west. This is just east of the Cookeville area, right along Interstate 40 here in north central Tennessee. So we have that. Let's come up here into southern Illinois, where we have another tornado warning storm. This here, let's take a look here at our velocity. This is one of those line embedded tornado situations that we're seeing here on this. This is coming through the Jeffersonville area here in Illinois. This is tornado warning there in northeastern Jefferson County has been canceled. This does come into Mount Erie, Jeffersonville, Johnsonville, Golden Gate, and Sims here. So yeah, Golden Gate, still got to keep an eye on it. Fairfield and Mount Erie here, all in Illinois. Keep an eye on this particular storm here as it continues to very quickly move off to the east. Let's come out to Texas, where we have this tornado warning storm. This here is in the Oklahoma-Texas border. This is kind of north of Paris, Texas. And let's come to our velocities here, kind of see what we're looking at on this storm. So this is kind of moving off to the east-southeast. So as you can see here, we have multiple tornado warnings here across much of east central Tennessee and northern Alabama. These storms are really just starting to explode this evening as they just come into that moist, unstable air mass here across this area. And folks, if you're watching, be sure to check us out. We are on Discord and Facebook. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button here on YouTube. I kind of want to take a look at this storm here that's going to be moving here into northwest Georgia, because this is what's closest to us right now. Flip this back to tilt 1. I might flip radar sites. Here we go. There we go. Wow. Whoop, sorry. Yeah, we're starting to see a little, definitely this storm here is really starting to get its act together. Definitely starting to see that bow echo type feature. You can clearly see it. Or we're starting to get that well-defined hook right in there. And if we look at our velocities, yep, very well defined area of rotation that basically perfectly lines up with that hook that we were seeing in the reflectivity. So this here, I would not be surprised if this one here were able to put a tornado down. Because we definitely have a clear area of rotation here on this particular storm. Let's move back out here west. We also have this tornado warning storm. This is now just south of, kind of on the northeast side here of Rogersville, Alabama. And we can see our rotation right in here. This is going to be coming up here on the east side of Anderson, up toward Leicester. There we go, got a new scan. Also have this area of interest here near Elkton. This is in Tennessee. That's moving off to the east. This one here. They just issued a new tornado warning for that storm. This is, so this is a confirmed tornado. This is a radar confirmed tornado here. This tornado warning is for southwestern Lincoln County here in Tennessee. This is 7 miles west of Ardmore, 12 miles south of Pulaski, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Yeah, so they've put a radar confirmed tag on this particular cell here. So this is going to be crossing Interstate 65 here rather shortly. So if you're on Interstate 65 here near Elkton, between Elkton and the Tennessee-Alabama border, be mindful that this tornado warning storm is about to be crossing that area. And there is another tornadic storm off to the southwest of that as well. That's just scary. So we have really three, it's just lighting up like a Christmas tree right now. Really have three in a line. We got this one here. We've got the one here near Elkton. Elkton, definitely be taking cover right now if you're in Elkton. You need to be in your safe place because that is about to come here into town. Again, this is a radar confirmed tornado. And then just north of there we have another tornado. This is going to eventually be heading over toward Lynchburg and north side of Fayetteville, between Petersburg and Fayetteville. And that is this guy right here. I want to take a look at our correlation coefficient with this storm here. So there might have been a little bit of debris there with that here west of, maybe just on the western side of Elkton. So Elkton, Ardmore, you need to be in your safe place. Fayetteville, all in Tennessee. This is right on the Tennessee-Alabama border. With this powerful line of storms that is moving through right now. If you're just joining us, we're tracking tornadic supercellular storms here all across Tennessee, northern Alabama. The tornado warning here in Illinois, this continues here for another 11 minutes. Ping pong ball size hail on that storm as well. This is for Wayne County, Illinois. But really, these storms here in Tennessee, absolutely coming together. And again, this one here in Elkhorn did have a observed tag on it. The reflectivity here is starting to lose a little bit of that sharpness there on that storm. This one here near Petersburg, if there is something, it's likely going to be rain wrapped. Looking at that. And then let's come back up here to this storm. This one's still tornado warned as well. This is one of those line embedded type situations. Radar indicator rotation being seen on that. And then we also have a tornado warning out here across the Oklahoma-Texas border that we're keeping an eye on. So all the boxes in red here are tornado warnings. All the yellow boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings. And yeah, this is got a little bit of tag on it. Let's look at our velocities. Oh yeah, definitely clear. Still really good rotation. This is just northeast of Paris, Texas. So a lot of spin in the atmosphere. This one down here, I'm surprised that they haven't issued a tornado warning on it. If I'm in Commerce, keep an eye on this because this could become tornado warned at any minute. Commerce, over toward Cooper, Tyra, these areas. Keep an eye on this storm. That could go tornado warned possibly as well. Cato Mills. I'm really surprised that storm has not been tornado warned. Because there's definitely an area of rotation kind of developing here on the southern side, just north of Royce City, Josephine, Cato Mills, all those areas. With these, this is here in Texas, north central Texas. That storm's really starting to get organized there. Even here across Dallas, Texas, non-severe warned right now, but a strong storm moving through downtown Dallas right now as well. All associated with these this line of storms. All right, let's come back over here to the Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia area, because this is our bull zone right now where we are just have numerous tornado warnings. Every single one of these storms basically has the potential to be producing tornadoes this evening. And this one here, coming through Elkton, that storm does have a history of producing tornadoes. So if you're in Elkton, north side of Ardmore, need to be in your safe place. New tornado warning here southeast of Fayetteville. Again, this is an observed tornado. This is a radar confirmed tornado. This is going to be here near Ardmore in about the next 2 minutes. 8:10 be coming through here, just on the north side of Ardmore. We're also keeping an eye on this storm, really starting to see that rotation tighten up here now, southwest of Petersburg, Tennessee. Definitely a well-defined area of rotation we can see right in here. Let me highlight that for you. It's broad, but it's definitely there. Let's see if we're seeing any sort of... Nothing on the correlation coefficient jumping out at us with that area of rotation. It's interesting, that whole area, these storms are just spinning like crazy tonight. All right, coming back over here, now let's look at these storms here in northern Alabama. We have this tornado warning storm near Eider. That's kind of gotten wrapped up in itself a little bit. There's still some rotation on it though. Just south of Eider. This will eventually be moving here into northwest Georgia. So keep an eye on that. And then we have these storms here. This one's starting to really get its act together. This is just north of North Cortland, Alabama. South between North Cortland and Rogersville. Really starting to see this rotation tighten up as it gets closer to the radar. Right in there. So, and these, this kind of moving off in the general east-northeast direction. That one's not moving quite as far north. But yeah, definitely need to keep an eye on that. Really from Athens up toward Elkmont. Anywhere if you live in those areas, keep an eye. There is this tornado warning storm here. And right now radar indicator tag, but would not be surprised to see this here continue to intensify and develop. That circulation definitely seems to be... It's interesting. We'll see how these storms, they're kind of starting to congeal together. The way that they the outflow boundaries interact with each other. Rather interesting. And this is kind of the situation right now. So still have that moderate risk area that you can see from south central Missouri, kind of east southeast, through central Tennessee, that enhanced risk area, surrounding that back toward where we're seeing that tornado warning there, northeast Texas, all the way across far northern Alabama, northern Georgia, even into the western Carolinas. And we have seen a lot of severe weather reports today. So far, 11 tornado reports, 121 wind reports, and nearly over 300 hail reports. So, been quite a day. And so this is what we have for the remainder of today. This will go here through about 8 a.m. And then tomorrow, we're going to be in the gun here in the Atlanta area, really overnight tonight through the early morning hours. And then we'll see redevelopment across much of Georgia, Alabama, central Mississippi, back across northern Louisiana, and even into Texas. Let's So it's going to be a long night, so folks, make sure you guys have a way to receive those weather warnings this evening. Those of you just joining us, welcome to the broadcast. Be sure to share this with a friend if you have folks that are in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. Well, that's not good. Wow, some of these storms this one here, just on the east side of Elkton, that is just a beast of a storm. Let's look at the velocities on it again. Velocity's still there. Not quite as impressive. We got a new tornado warning now. This includes Athens, Alabama. Radar indicator rotation. This is for eastern Limestone County and east central Lawrence County in Alabama. This goes till 8:45 p.m. Central Time. Ping pong ball size hail. Radar indicator rotation. This is going to be near Athens and Tanner, Alabama, around 8:25 Central. So that is this area right here, about to come through the Lawson, Alabama area. We're seeing the rotation right in here, and that's moving off to the northeast. We've got this area of rotation as well. This is really interesting, seeing these two areas kind of coming together a little bit. And then we also have this broader area of rotation here up kind of off the southwest of Elkmont. So we have these three different tornado warnings all here. In Alabama. Keeping an eye on our area on this storm as well, kind of southwest of Fayetteville. That storm still showing very strong rotation. And then also here near Manchester, south of Manchester. This is coming right down Interstate 24. This is Manchester, Tennessee. This is coming down toward Monteagle. Eventually, if it kind of follows on the same path, really just drop in east-southeast. This storm, very broad rotation, but nonetheless extremely strong rotation as well. Still showing radar indicator rotation. All these storms, this should be moving here into Manchester in the next few minutes. Pretty much right about now. And then going to be passing between Manchester and Monteagle. Probably will cross Interstate 24 here in the next 5-10 minutes. So if you're traveling along Interstate 24 between Manchester and Monteagle, be mindful that there is a dangerous tornadic storm moving through that area right here on Interstate 24. And then moving off to the east here on this storm, seeing that area of rotation. Actually, a couple different areas of rotation with this storm, but the primary area was kind of that area there. We're almost starting to see a new area trying maybe to develop off to the south, so it might be trying to cycle a little bit. So, but nonetheless, this storm here also has a very large hail core on it. This storm here, I believe, had been reported to have some, 2-inch hail. So we're talking ping pong ball size hail. Maybe even a little bit larger than that. Probably a little bit larger than ping pong ball size hail. Maybe getting up close to tennis ball size hail with this storm. This is just off to the west of Pikeville, east of Beersheba Springs. This is headed toward the Graysville and the Dayton area here in Tennessee. Scary situation there. So it's not the tornadoes that get you, it's these hail cores that are going to get you. The tornado warning here in Illinois has now been discontinued. They did not reissue on that storm. Let's come back out here to Texas because they did reissue a tornado warning on this storm. So let's come back here to Texas. And let's take a look at this storm here. This now includes Bagwell, Clarksville areas of Texas. 2-inch hail core as well. This is for southwestern McCurtain County and northwestern Red River County. They're in southeast Oklahoma and northeast Texas. So really just riding right across the Red River there. And yeah, we're definitely seeing this velocity couplet starting to come together a little bit better. Right in here, just in this last scan, pretty much just north of Detroit. And this is basically moving off to the east here. So this will stay north here of the interstate there. But if you live here north of Detroit, keep an eye on this. Bagwell be coming pretty close to where you're at there in Texas. And here in extreme southeast Oklahoma, you even got to keep an eye on this particular storm as it continues to intensify and get more organized. But you can, again, the hail core on this, where you see these bright pinks, that's where this storm is dropping some really large hail. Oh yeah, definitely correlates right with that on the vertically integrated liquid there. Yeah, we're definitely seeing that area of rotation really start to develop on this storm here in Texas. So again, that tornado warning continues here till the top of the hour, till 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. So 13 tornado warnings to be talking about here. Some of them will be expiring here, though. Let's come back to our hotbed activity here across northern Alabama, south central Tennessee, now also getting into Georgia with this particular cluster of thunderstorms. Let's come back here to Huntsville radar. Take one more look at this. Wow, this storm here is really starting to... Here in Georgia, if you're in Lafayette, you need to be seeking shelter. This storm is definitely intensifying. It's looking a lot better on the reflectivity as well. And we're definitely starting to see a little bit of reemergence here of a more well-defined area of rotation, especially in that last scan, starting to get some of those brighter reds, inbound and outbound winds coming in here. Also, keeping an eye on this area as well, kind of behind it with that storm, which is interesting. But this storm here, it's almost like it's starting to become more supercellular here. You can really see it intensifying here in these in the last couple scans. So Lafayette, Georgia. Definitely need to be seeking shelter in your safe place with this storm off to your west. And pretty much on target to come right into that area here. This is moved from Alabama now into northwest Georgia. So keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, a ton of activity up here across northwest Alabama into south central Tennessee, we've got all these different storms here that you can see from Athens up toward Elkmont, Lawson, over toward Ardmore, south of Fayetteville, north of Fayetteville, over toward Lynchburg. Look at the velocities on this. You can see all the different areas of rotation. Well, this is why all these storms are prompting these warnings, because all of them are in such a favorable environment for rotation. We have over 60 to 70 knots of bulk wind shear in these areas. We have about 2,500 joules per kilogram of available energy. CAPE is what we call it. And so as these storms move through, it doesn't take much to get them to rotate. That one's just been a really broad, probably some straight line winds with that as well. And then we've got this guy up here. So you can really see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then even right in here, 6 areas here with all these different tornadic warned storms. Just absolutely unbelievable. If you're new to the channel here, guys, we're going to be trying to do some more of these live streams as we can. So it would be great if you could subscribe to the channel, share this video out, and be sure to check us out. We are on Discord as well and Facebook, so you can follow us on there and join the conversation. And be sure to check us out. So really what we're expecting throughout the night tonight, we will continue to see these tornadic circulation, that system that is in Tennessee, northern Alabama, now coming into northwest Georgia. That'll continue to move off to the east, southeast throughout the evening and into the overnight tonight. have your alerts on your phone so you can have a way to receive those warnings if you need them, which you most likely will. And make sure to stay safe out there. Be sure to give us a follow, and we'll be back hopefully tomorrow at some point in time. We're able to and do another one of these live streams. But thanks for tuning in tonight, and stay safe out there, everyone.